Hey guys, welcome to Easy Country Cooking and Cook and Share. You know, a company contacted me and they sent me this ChefsTemp probe. And it's a thermometer, it has a base unit, and it also has an app for your phone. And actually it works quite spectacular. And the problem with cooking meat is, okay, you cook the meat, you're always worried about it being undercooked, but you're also worried about it being overcooked. So both are equally bad. You can get those little thermometers that you just put in and test them periodically now and then. But that's kind of a pain, sticking the probe in, taking it out. The great thing about this, it comes with the base unit and it comes with this probe right here. And this is the main probe and it goes right into the meat. This is tempered, so it's flame resistant and everything else. You leave it right in the meat and you can get the temperature and everything on the app and on the base unit at the same time as you cook. Now, what they did is they also sent me another probe, a smaller probe for just single people cooking stuff. And this can be used for a pork chop or a chicken breast, whereas the larger probe would be for a roast or something like that. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through the probe and I'm going to talk about the app and we're going to talk about the base unit. We're going to cook up a couple of recipes, one chicken recipe and one pork recipe, a whole chicken with the big probe. And a small chicken with a pork chop with a smaller probe. And actually it does work quite well, so stick with us, enjoy the video, and let's get started. So the first recipe we're going to do here, guys, is a chicken with a beautiful butter paste on a bed of veggies. So we're going to roast up some potatoes, some carrots, and some onions, along with the roasted chicken. Now, this video is available, so I'll put a link below, but we're just going to kind of fastly time-lapse through this, starting with the veggies. Yeah, we'll just give this a mix up here, guys. And I'm just adding potatoes, onions, and carrots, but you can add whatever you want. You can add some broccoli, Brussels sprouts, whatever you like, but, just kind of keep it as simple as possible here, but it's going to be good. Okay, next up here, guys, I am going to grab up a whole chicken, and this guy's, 2 or 3 pounds, and lay him over top of our bed of veggies. Then we'll go ahead and make up that butter paste with all the herbs, and once again, I'll time-lapse through this. Now what we got here, my friends, is kind of a paste, and this is going to be absolutely perfecto. Next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the skin on that chicken back, and this pulls back fairly easily, and take some of that paste, that butter paste we've got, and just insert it into underneath the skin kind of here. Now, you've probably guessed it by now, guys. We're going to take the rest of that chicken paste and we're just going to spread it over top of the bird. Okay, next up, guys, I'm going to grab up my ChefsTemp probe here and we're going to go ahead and insert this about here into the meatiest part of the bird. Okay, right about to that line right there. Okay, next up, I'm going to fire up the ChefsTemp app. And so we're going to go to the first probe, and we're going to set up cook, and then we're going to go down to poultry and chicken, and of course it's a whole chicken, and 165 is a good internal temp. So I'm going to go ahead, start cook, insert the probe. Yes, we've done that, and start the cook. So we're 41 degrees on the internal temp, and we're going to go into the oven. And of course, guys, checking on the ChefsTemp base unit, we're still at 41 degrees. Is reading exactly what the app on the phone is reading, so we're set and good to go. Okay, my friends, we got our bird all done, and we're going to go into 390 degree Fahrenheit preheated oven. And usually it's pretty fail-proof for about an hour and a half, but I've got the probe in here, but you don't have to use the probe, of course. So let's get this into the oven, and we'll see you in 90 minutes. Okay, guys, we're at 165 now. It's been about an hour and 40 minutes, so we're about 10 minutes discrepancy to what I said. but it's removed from heat. So we're going to go ahead and pull this out and see what it's like.
And of course, at this point in time, indeed the app is reading ready. And isn't this looking incredibly good, my friends? Good job, Chef Temp. And I have to say too, my friends, those veggies are looking absolutely incredible as well.
All right, guys, let's cut into this. And what I'm interested here is the breast part. And let's cut into this and just have a looky-see. That is looking pretty good and done to me.
So in my humble opinion here, the Chef Temp has done a really, really beautiful job on this chicken. And once again, for the full recipe on this chicken, check it out in the description below, and all the details of the Chef Temp are there as well.
So when I first got the Chef Temp unit, guys, I unpacked it and had a look at it and dug out the probe, and I thought this is all good and fine, for doing roasts and stuff like that. But what about for folks who want to do just a pork chopper, stuff that's kind of individual, that's hard to do, like a single chicken breast or something like that, that's hard to get that temp right on. So they sent me a smaller probe for just the individual chicken breasts or pork chops or something like that. So we're going to give that a try today and do up some pork chops. Okay, so what I've got here, guys, are 4 individual chops, and they were on sale for about $11, so that's pretty good, and they're fairly thick. So I'm going to begin by seasoning these up. Next up, I'm going to grab up the probe, and we're going to insert this, I guess, midway into the thickest part of the meat. And this is pretty flame resistant, so this is going to be fine on the grill. But before we head out to the grill, let's go into the app and set things up. So Chef Temp here, and let's see, it's got an internal temperature already, and set up cook. And of course, we're going to go to pork. And let's see here, it's a chop, and we want it medium, so we're going to go with an internal temperature of about 145. So we're going to hit start cook, insert the probe, yes, and start cook. Now I'm saying 145 here, but that's more of a medium rare. So I'm going to go down here to the bottom, and I'm going to change the doneness to a medium, which is going to change my temperature to 155, and that's about what I want. So now we'll head out to the grill, and then of course we'll just click the update. All right, guys, we shall get these on the grill, and of course along with the probe. Okay, so we'll just keep an eye on the app here. Certainly not the optimal day for grilling. It's kind of cool out today, but keep warm by the barbecue anyway. Now, I've already given these a flip here, guys, and we've got an internal temp here of about 97, but we got some beautiful grill marks happening here. Just look at that. And if we look here, guys, on the probe stand itself, it's about 124, something like that. So we're getting close. You can check it on the app on the phone and inside too, which is really great. Okay, we are after temp, guys, and we are dinging. And I'm just going to let these rest for a minute. We'll cut into these and see how they look. They're looking mighty fine to me. All right, guys, let's cut into this and see what we got. And I think this looks about medium to me. So got some juice there. And it's rested for about, I'd say about 5 or 10 minutes. So looking pretty good. I think the old Chef Temp does a pretty good job.
And in my humble opinion, guys, the old Chef Temp has pulled through once again on our chops. Oh, these look good. Okay, guys, we said we'd look at the Chef Temp app.
You can then download it from the App Store or from Google Play. Downloads relatively easy and flawlessly. So let's go ahead and open that up. Now we can see the 2 probes. I have 2 probes, and both of them are active at the moment. And of course, if you go to the question mark down the bottom, got your troubleshooting information, contact us, so on and so forth. In terms of the time, now this I really like because it will give you an entire profile of your past cooks. So if I look, and as you saw, we did do a whole chicken, and in previous cooks, and I look at the whole chicken, it gives me all the data. You can add notes, etc., etc. Go back on the chops. Same thing, gives me the profile of the cooking, and of course you can add notes to that. and the sirloin steak. So I guess the benefit to this would be if you want to go into the past cooks, you're going to say, I love the way that last steak cooked or that last chicken cooked, so I'm going to go in and use the previous profile, and I'm going to go ahead and recook that exactly the same way. Moving on, we have some things you can buy on sale. So if you go down and say you wanted a meat thermometer, a grill thermometer, you can just go ahead and buy that, etc., etc. And you can go into the chef store itself. There's some videos that they have on YouTube. Actually, there's quite a selection of videos on the ChefsTemp on YouTube itself. Now, if I go into the settings, I'm going to get my connections and look at my connections. It'll tell me the probes I have. So say you have, 8, 10 probes, something like that, or even 3 probes. It'll show you all your probes, whether they're active or not. Going back into here, you can add a probe, and that's relatively easy. You can add a probe on the fly, which I kind of like, and I have done. Again, back into your previous cooks, and I just love this feature of previous cooks. And you can go into your settings, which is kind of cool. So you can do your temperature scale. You can do Fahrenheit or Celsius. I always cook in Fahrenheit. Some people cook in Celsius, which is fine. Display setting, just your brightness, your dark phone mode, your cooking ready. So if you cooked on that, it will give you the different sounds you can make. So for example, you could do a hey, and that's the sound it would give you when the cooking's ready, or a ring, etc., etc. Let's go down to the alerts. The same thing. You can change the sounds. So you could have one sound for, when it's ready. You could have another one for alert. You could have another sound for overcooked and ready for resting, which I really like, because it will give you the rest time on it. So those are all your settings. Like I say, the app itself is really easy to download from the App Store or Google Play. Some nice features on it.
The unit itself does come with a pretty good instructional manual, so read it a couple of times. It does hook up easily to the Wi-Fi and connects and stuff like that, so it's just great.
And as I said previously, the base unit does mirror the app itself, so the base unit could be sitting inside and you could have your phone elsewhere. You could get your reading on the base unit, and plus the base unit is great for storing the probes itself, front and back. Like I say, I have 2 probes. I would also like another probe. If we go into the gift store, you can get extra probes for $49.99. You can get the actual base unit for $139. You can get all kinds of extra probes, $29.99 each, which are kind of cool. They're kind of a pen type probe that actually goes into your pocket. And this thing I think is really cool for the barbecue. It's $109, and you can get, just a regular meat thermometer that you can insert into the meat and pull it back out again to see if it's ready for, $69.99, which is probably a whole bunch better than the ones you get, I don't know, for $10 or something like that at Walmart. So lots of shopping in there. Prices are really, really, really reasonable. And like I say, I really like the app. I just love the way it functions. It's flawless. So just beautiful and well worthwhile getting. So guys, as you can see, we cooked the 2 recipes. We cooked the chicken, we cooked the pork chop. Came out quite spectacular. So in my opinion, this unit is well worth getting. Certainly has my endorsement. I'll leave everything in the description section below. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching, and see you next time.